Okay, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. This is going to be a great millstone to the point. Abiwatazayu Akim out there will be edified. So I'm going to get straight into it. Hey, Esau, the so-called white man, is digging the pit. He's setting us up for a fall. Us being the Hebrew Israelites. They're calling us black Hebrew Israelites, in which we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Hebrew Israelites from our respective tribes. Where we from the tribe of Judah, the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of the tribe of Ephraim, the tribe of Simeon, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Naphtali. We are our respective tribes, and we come in different colors, man. Now all the Israelites are dark skinned, man. You have some Israelites that look like Edomites. You have some Israelites that look like Ishmaelites, so-called Arabs. So there's a different variety of Israelites, man. It's all about the spirit. But Esau has a knack for calling us black Hebrew Israelites, demonizing us, man. So they setting the stage to try to take us down, man, using violent tactics, because what they tried to do at first was use social media such as YouTube to take our videos down. Give us strikes on our videos, take our pages down. Constantly taking our videos down, constantly giving us strikes, taking our pages down. GMS Born Again is done. Why? Because, hey, Esau has his agenda. But now, that's not working because this world is out there. And he know that. And he know he's at the end of his empire. So Revelation 12:12 is coming into effect. These are prophecies coming to pass. Esau, the so-called white man, having a great wrath because he know that his time is short. 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. The 68th verse on down to the 73rd verse. That great insurrection upon those that fear the Most High. So Esau, he has his agenda. And he knows what he's doing. So therefore he's digging the pit. And how he dug the pit? January 10th. A so-called follower of the so-called black Hebrew Israelites, in which we are not black, committed an horrific act which we all found out that was total bullshit. It was a psyop. It was a false flag. Esau has been caught on video claiming that it was we are not at liberty to reveal the victims and the actors. Now, if this was true, why would they call the suspects actors? Wouldn't they call them suspects? This would be the right termination. This would be the right words to speak. To say, we are not at liberty to expose the names of the victims as well as expose the names of the suspects. But they call victims, the victims, and the actors, which are really crisis actors. So they dig in the pit, man. Now, if you go back into the ancient world during the time of Mordecai, Haman, which was an Amalekite, which was an Edomite, had a deep hatred for Mordecai and the Israelites, man, which are the Jews. So what he did, he built gallows and tried to convince Xerxes, which was the king then, the Persian king, to have Mordecai hang on them gallows, him and his family, and have a great insurrection against the Israelites. But that shit failed. Why? Because Mordecai revealed what was going on due to the grace of the Most High, and Haman himself hung on them gallows, him and his family. Now we fast forward to these day and age we live in now. Esau, the so-called white man, is setting the stage by digging a big great pit, do false flags, do proxies, do universal deceit, do with social media outlet, do the mainstream media. They setting the stage to come up against the Hebrew Israelites, and all that we doing is teaching the scriptures, bringing out the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. But these words are kicking Esau in the ass and is exposing Esau for what he really is, which is the devil. So what he do? How he counter that? Slander, demonization, false flags, digging the pit, but not knowing that he himself is going to fall in that pit, man. This is the book of SIRACH, chapter 27, verse 26. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. And Esau, the so-called white man, is digging a great pit, man. That pit, he think that he's going to snatch up and ensnare and torture to the pit Israelites, but he himself is going to fall into that pit. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. And Esau is setting the trap, man. He's setting the stage to come up against the Hebrew Israelites by demonization. Do this proxy, these two proxies, David Anderson and Francis Graham, which is a psyop, a false flag. They were crisis actors. They probably was paid off with money just so they could set a trap and demonize the Hebrew Israelites, because then now this word is getting to Esau, whereas they have no choice but to come up against us physically. And that's what they set in the trap to do. So it says back in the book of SIRACH 27 verse 26, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. Verse 27, he that worketh mischief, and Esau's working a great mischief by doing the things he is doing. Setting up patsies, getting patsies together, setting them up. Now what Jake know anything about a pipe bomb? What Jake is going to commit a horrific act and write it on paper and leave it in the van? That's a tactic and a formation, the formula that Esau like to use. Think back to the Boston bomber, think back to the Columbine tragedies. Think back to these recent shootings in these schools, man. Whereas they will leave a letter on social media. They will put on social media why they doing what they doing, or they will leave a letter, man. Tactics that Esau like to use, man. But it goes over the average person's head, man. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's why we bringing out the whole truth, man. This shit was a fucking setup from the beginning, man. David Anderson and Francis Graham committing a horrific act against them gutter rats, man. Against the Ashkenazi Jews or the Khazars, man. Everything was benefit. Everything that would happen December 10th has benefited Esau, man. Amalek, man. So it reads, Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 verse 27. He that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know whence it cometh. And because what Esau was doing, they setting the stage that if you speak against Amalek, the so-called Jew, is a crime. He passed an executive order against anti-Semitism and hate speech. And at the very same time, he passed a law, an executive order stating that Judaism is not a religion, it's nationality, man. all benefiting the Israelis, the Khazars. You see? So they're setting the stage and they digging the pit. So I'm going to read it again before I close it out. Because I don't want to make this too long. Because this is, in all reality, it is a great millstone to the point. So I'm going to close it out. I'm not going to make it too long. This is the book of SIRACH, chapter 27, verse 26. Whoso diggeth a pit, and that's what Esau is doing, by setting up these patsies and blaming it on the so-called black Hebrew Israelites. We are not black, we are Hebrew Israelites from our prospective tribes. And we brought out countless videos explaining that. And there's countless brothers that look like Edomites, that look like Arabs, that look like they from the seed of Ishmael, or they from Turkey. They bringing out that, yo, am I a black Hebrew Israelite? Showing you, we've been bringing out countless videos showing you that ain't nothing but bullshit that Esau is pushing, man. It says, whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that setteth a trap shall be taken therein. Verse 27, Ecclesiasticus verse 27, verse 27. He that worketh mischief, in which Esau was doing, it shall fall upon him. Look at the days of old, during the time of Haman. What happened to Haman? He was working the mischief, and that mischief came up upon him, man. It says, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall not know from whence it cometh. So when Yahushua cracked them skies, bringing death, destruction, and deliverance, Esau is not going to know from where it's coming from, man. All he knows is that he's being taken out of his power seat. This has been a great millstone to the point Abba Watazayu Akimati was edified. Hey, he that diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that worketh mischief, that mischief is going to fall upon his own head, man. Remember that. This has been a great millstone to the point, and with that, I'm going to give all praises once again to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom.